What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Joining me, as always, it's little brother Jace. Bro Shot. How we doing tonight?
Doing well today. Doing well. It's a Wednesday. The week's almost over. And yeah, that's good things. Good things.
I'm glad you're hyped up and excited. Let's say what's up to everybody hanging out with us here in the chat tonight. Snake Eyes. Howdy, partner. David Thanos. What's up, y'all? It's Let's Talk About Fantastic Four time. Excellent. So now you have seen it.
Okay.
I hope everyone's seen it already. What's up, MLC Turtle?
What's going on?
I am opening figures and sorting RPG books while I watch a podcast. What kind of RPG books? Blake Tarpley's here. Yo. Jeff, J. Chief, and the Movie Files crew. What's up, Blake Tarpley? How we doing? I'm starring comments about our topic for the night.
Oh, I know what you're doing. Got the contemplative look. I'm like, I know he's looking at the other screen.
There's no other screen.
I mean, the sidebar.
Like Kit. Thank you, MOC Turtle. What's up, Jalen Parks? It's about that time. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Shout out to anybody who remembers the Natural Born Thrillers in WCW. Hump Day. And tomorrow is haircut day, and I cannot wait. Woo!
I was like, he used to get yours a little earlier than podcast time.
Yeah, I'm going to have it before podcast time tomorrow. Like a full mountain man and just shave all of it tomorrow. So it'll be a whole new look, whole different show. So many RPG books. Marvel Avengers, Night, Hernoia, Triangle Agency, and more. Post Gen Con sorting. Very fun. How was Gen Con? All right, well, let's talk about a few things in that magical, wild world of Hollywood, and specifically as it relates to our dear comic book genre and everything in between. On the list of movies that we were looking forward to for next year for the fall, Mortal Kombat 2 is certainly up there. Where are you with that? Are you really excited about it, or kind of like, whatever?
What did you say?
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat 2? Yeah. I mean, Mortal Kombat is one of those easy movies. I get sucked in. I mean, I'm sure I watched Annihilation and just like, oh my gosh, this is horrible. But this one, they look like they got some money. They got Carl Urban, my man Jimmy Olsen, and they're kind of building on that world of Mortal Kombat. With the movie on HBO Max was good, except the main character was who was this guy? And his big weapon is a nunchuck. It was lame. So getting back to some of the more traditional characters, some of the traditional, just put a good budget behind Mortal Kombat. And thankfully not take yourself seriously. You got me. I'm good. And it also has to be rated R.
Yeah, this movie is rated R. Gen Con was great. Played 6 RPGs, went for fancy steak. Nice. Sushi. Played Gundam TCG. What's TCG?
Probably a Gundam thing. Yeah, I actually finished, what was it? Jedi Survivor. And, I had to make sure I think the ending probably took about 45 minutes of credits. Wow. And then they got to the actual ending. Is like, oh, okay, cool. And it was like, so what do I play next on this PlayStation 5? Anyone? Oh, okay.
Anyone? Bueller?
Like, luckily I had that Final Fantasy got me a couple of years ago. I'm like, okay, do I have enough space for it? No, of course not. Okay, let me delete something. All right. Now it's in there. So now I'm like, all right, I got something to hold me down for a little bit.
So lame. I mean, that is definitely one where I'm just like, really? I mean, if y'all are touting these new powerful game systems, why do I need 100 gigs for every game? And why can't the disk just hold it? Good grief. Just put it in there, play it, take it out, and I'm good. So lame.
No, 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 no.
Like
We
we're
want
talking
you to
about
download stuff on the cloud and then complain that the cloud is over, it has too much stuff in it, so we need to raise your rates up. From whatever.
right.
Duh.
Sorry. Battlefield 6 is coming out. Claire Obscura Expedition 33. Another
Yeah.
suggestion for you. Snake
Uh,
Eyes. Can't wait for Mortal Kombat 2.
yeah. What's your thought on Mortal Kombat 2?
What's up, King Collector? I'm really looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. I like the last one. There was one fatality that was not cool, but besides that, I enjoyed the movie. I thought they did a good job of capturing it, and they rectified a great wrong with Johnny Cage showing up for the sequel, because I was like, ugh. That was that. Well, I guess there were two things: the fatality of a character that I'm like, why, and introducing Golden Arms, basically. And I
Where's
actually
you
like
guy?
Louis. Yeah, I like Louis Taylor as an actor. I would have been fine if he played Kung Lao or somebody. I don't need a new character, because that character by default can't get killed off, so we can have our standard characters there. But if anybody's going to be safe in a Mortal Kombat game, it's going to be the all new original character made for the movie.
I'm trying to think. From a man, I mean, from my understanding, Liu Kang is the main character of Mortal Kombat, so he's not going to get killed. But you don't care because it's okay. It's Mortal Kombat. That game is never coming out.
Whatever. I'm looking forward to that one.
I looked on my shelf. I see Grand Theft Auto 5 for the PS3. Like, wait a minute. I thought that game came out on the PS at least 4. Like, no. We had to upgrade. We've upscaled Grand Theft Auto 5 times because we are not making Grand Theft. We are making too much money.
They have put so much content for that game, though. I mean, it's really like the Street Fighter. This is like Ultra Grand Theft Auto 5, Super Ultra Turbo Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, we got everything in this thing.
Funny.
I haven't even scratched the surface of all that stuff.
Funny thing is, I think that is still the best model for video games. It's all right. We have a base game, and then we do a subscription service to get the next round of updates. I mean, hey, you get because I know Street Fighter 5 was the last one I played, and they had hey, if you want to download these characters, you pay for the new patch. Okay. Oh yeah, that's where we're going. Yeah, and one of the biggest problems from Battlefront 2 was they initially thought they were going to do a patch for it, but they just screwed it up, and everybody was over the game. Yeah, it was a definite. Come on, there we go.
Oh man,
yeah, it was definitely thumbs down, double thumbs down. And it screwed everybody up because everybody wanted to play the game, but now everybody who has a PC plays these all extensive maps. It's got 80 characters. You got Star Killer, Asajj, Ventress, Kick Fisto, and I'm just like, well, I can't play those. I have a PC. Oh man. Yeah, I'm big mad. I'm not gonna lie, because I put in Battlefront and I'm like, I'll have that on. Look at this. I'm salty.
I can see. Carl Urban is great in most roles he does. He is Blake, and he's one of the more versatile actors because he can do basically anything. It's like, yeah, okay. I also like the storyline that he's just an actor. Just slightly different from the other movies that he was not really a fighter. He's more of a stunt guy, like a Jean-Claude Van Damme, and they've kind of kept skewing the character a little bit over the years, where it's a little bit more of a joke. But then sometimes he's a serious martial artist who does movies too. So it really just depends on what continuity they're on right now.
Awesome.
Snake Eyes loves Final Fantasy as well.
Yeah, I just beat. I can't say I just beat, but I think maybe probably about 3-4 months ago, I beat Final Fantasy Rebirth. I cannot say I'm one of the people who goes for the platinum trophy because I just can't do it. It takes too long. I was trying. I mean, I was playing Jedi Survivor. I'm like, so there's 50% more of this world to get. I'm good. Like, if it doesn't affect the ending to me, I'm always the. Does it affect the ending of this game to get 100%? No. Okay, then I'm done. Like Suikoden 2, Suikodens are mandatory. You have to get every character. Those are non-negotiables. Get every character before the big battle, or you have the crappy ending. That's what it is.
Hey, did you say that was just on 5, or do they have for 4 as well?
Suikoden?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get it on the 4. It's downloadable, so you don't have to.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Where'd I watch Mortal Kombat? It's on HBO Max, or at least it was last time I looked. But yeah, it's a very good HBO Max movie.
Mm-hmm.
I watched another movie that was. Let me say what's up to a few people first, and I'll get into the movie. What's up, Lefty? How are you? Rick Cage is here. What's up, Rick Cage? And also, Chief is here. What's up, Chief?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, how are you?
Man, hell of a week. Hell of a week, bro.
Yeah, man. We got one text from you so far this week in the text thread. I'm like, what's going on with Chief?
Man, the front yard flooded. The main pipe coming from the street to the house
broke. This week?
The pipe you showed us in the text?
No.
One in the backyard?
No. The main one bringing the water to the house.
Oh, gosh.
Man. You know what I mean? So
it didn't even rain, though. That's terrible.
It's not the rain. It just the pipe went bad for whatever reason. And so it was just flooding the front yard. Let me tell you something, man. I've never in my life had $100,000 a month in putting out money.
Yeesh.
And then I'm gonna tell you, I didn't almost make this podcast because while they were putting in a new line today, they ripped the FiOS line out. So they were digging in the ground with a backhoe so they could pull the line out, the water line out, and they just ripped the FiOS off. So I didn't have internet, TV, nothing. Till the dude just came and laid a temp across the
wow. Shout out to Verizon guy.
Yeah, well, shout out to my bed, which is going to receive a tremendous amount of love from me tonight. You know what I mean?
Honestly, in this week, you just say, hey, can I just go to sleep? That's all I asked for.
Yeah. Then I look up on my ceiling and I got a vent that's just falling down for no reason. Like the screw came out. Like, how does the screw just come out your vent?
And they're a pain to put back in, too. They're not as easy as you would think.
Yeah, I see that it's the drywall came out, and so I'm going to have to get a drywall. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good, fellas. So, yeah. So gutters, flooding the basement, flooding the front yard. Everything, man. You know what I mean? Look, my truck's in the shop for the recall.
Oh man.
The 6.2 liter V8s apparently have a problem with them, so they quit on you. So whatever happens, so I put my car in the shop for the recall, and the shop's like, hey, it is, but the old wood got to be maintained. And now the machine that checks the recall, that checks the engine, is broke. It's been broke all week.
God. It is one of those drugs you're like, can you make this up? Like, please, I really hope we are.
Man, let me tell you something. If I didn't have the old tractor, I wouldn't be able to drive it around.
There you go. Shout out to the old tractor as well.
Shout out to the old tractor.
Always.
Oh my God.
So
how's y'all week?
I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. You won on that.
Oh.
I can have birds diving in on me.
I'm a winner. You know what I mean? You would think they would, man. You know, but I don't know what's going on anymore, man. it's 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 I don't know what the prices of everything goes up, the workmanship goes down. You know, I don't get it.
Down, down, down,
So,
down.
yeah, look, so you can't get out your car, and you can't get into your car. So, and then I got little moths flying around everywhere, which is great. Yeah.
Huh.
Like to get a
That's
bottle
what.
of Jack and drink myself into the weekend, but I'm not gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? Uh, so I hope everybody's having a great week. I mean, it's still still here kicking, so it's still a great week. Uh, so I do appreciate that. You know, thank you, man. I try to show up, man. I try to show up. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I'm really saying, man. Things, they are what they are, man. I'm not upset, man. I'm just tired. That's all. I'm tired, but I appreciate y'all chat, man. You know what I mean? I hope everybody's having a better week, at least monetarily. Uh, uh, oh,
Well, besides Abe here, the play was spectacular. So this week I watched a movie that had you might not have even known it hit the theaters. Shadow Force, starring Kerry Washington and Omar Sy, plays Lupin in the Netflix series. And the ratings, the reviews, the scores for it had me going, this is not going to be a good movie. But I like both of those two stars. When started the movie, Mark Strong is in it. And I'm like, all right, great. I am here. Because Mark Strong just didn't do bad movies. And he's playing the antagonist. And I'm like, all right, great. I'm good. Mark Strong playing a bad guy? Yes. This movie will be dragged along in some form of respectability just due to him. And the movie was way better than oh man, what am I in for? It's 103 minutes. I think it'd be terrible. No, it was really good. And I was thinking, man, this is one of those instances where I think people pre-COVID would have gone to see this in the theaters. I'm like, oh, it was a fun movie. But I feel like if you happen to see a trailer for it, did either of you see this trailer for this movie? No, of course not. It opened at the box office in the sixth spot, so it did not crack the top 5. And I'm trying to think here what the box office total for it was. It was pretty abysmal. Let me see here. Not great.
Okay. This one looked interesting.
Yeah. And it made 5.4 million.
I mean, you look at the ratings, you see that, 30%. Ooh. IMDb 4.7. Ooh.
Yeah. The movie, it's one of those deals where it's like, I don't know what people who watch this movie were expecting. Just like, there's nothing wrong with it. And
it's got bias in it.
It's got what?
It's got the
bias in it. Yep. Method Man's in it too.
That's in it. I mean,
yeah, it was a real shaky one of greatness to me.
Was it the one with Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx?
Much better. Much better.
Oh, okay. I like it.
Much better than that one.
A little salty on that one.
Not salty. I think I expected a little bit. I mean, it's been a minute since Cameron Diaz has been in movies. So I thought, what she was in would be really good. And it was like, it was all right. I felt like that was a okay streamer movie. But if it was in theaters, I feel like people would have gone to see it because of their star power. which it didn't deserve. That one, excuse me, definitely was worthy of being a direct to Netflix, yeah, streamer. Oh, okay, this is something to justify whatever the price of this is this month, kind of thing. And I feel like Shadow Force, had it come out, before the pandemic, people would have gone to see it. But I really think this is a movie that should have gone directly to streamers. And I know that means Amazon and Netflix have to go, okay, we'll take this movie, we'll buy it for $12 million. That didn't happen. And then it came out in theaters, and I just felt like, man, making $5.4 million. This movie's better than a $5.4 million film. And it's just like, oh man, this is terrible because this isn't your traditional action hero leads. And I was like, oh man, this sucks because this movie's way better than this. And right now it's not even available. So you can just, hey, I've got my Amazon Prime subscription. Let me check it out. You have to rent it. And maybe that's to hopefully recoup some of the money. But man, I feel like this was on Netflix just for that quick window. And then, it's leaving Netflix and everybody got it. Well, everyone had the opportunity to see it. I feel like word of mouth would be better among people who weren't paying to see it in the theaters.
I mean, I'm looking at various numbers. It seems that you got the critics, you got 30% on what is this? Right, like I said, Rotten Tomato 3, and then you have Amazon Prime viewers have given this a 7.5 out of 10. That is not chief scale. That is a actual grading scale 7.5. But still, that sounds like it is a good. It sounds like it is a good enough action movie. I'm wondering, because a lot of times what happens is a movie will go on Amazon, not Amazon, but it'll actually, because people watch it, hey, it's the number one streaming movie. Oh, this is actually real. I mean,
right.
It will get because it'll get talked about just enough. Like, hey, it just didn't get the opportunity because it came out in May of this year. I do not know what was around that time, but a new action movie is kind of are you sure?
It came out right around the same time as Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that was that would have been a better movie to put out in February and January. That's when I expect my brainless action movies. I don't expect to think if you put out past that deadline, you're going against the blockbusters. I want to see my action Jason Stamos Underworld. Hey, I don't care what critics think of these. What is this? Resident Evil.
Hold on. Can you tell me about this movie star you're talking about? Jason Stamos.
Jason Stamos, yes. Uncle Joey.
he's not the transporter. He's the mover.
Yeah, like
the taxi driver. He's your Uber driver.
Yes. But yeah, you give me those action movies. I expect that in January and February. I think they probably just missed the boat on that one.
I want to see this Jason Stamos.
Jason Stamos, man, he's a rising star. That one
everywhere you look. All right, but this movie, if you're so inclined and if you have some credits on Amazon, check out Shadow Force. I really feel like everyone involved got done a disservice. Joe Carnahan, who directed Narc, is the director / co-writer. Gary Washington, Omar Sy, good. Mark Straw is always solid. Method Man is really funny. To find Joy Randolph's in it too. I don't know if y'all saw Dolomite, but she's good. I mean, this one really got me heated because I was like, what's with all the hate with this movie? This is way better. And I feel like maybe it's just people went to the
theater. What was the comedy we all watched? That streamer we watched over your house. Do you remember?
Gosh. I'm trying to think how many movies.
He's talking about the joint where the dude stole the money.
Yeah.
I think that it's a lot of times they don't put the right movies in the right spot. That was a movie. Hey, put it right to streaming. Don't try and get it sold. But if we put it in front of the right people, I think they'll like it. This is another one. It seems like, hey, you got lost in the shuffle because you guys just chose the wrong date. I think we're going to talk about another thing that happened. Same thing happened to later on.
We absolutely are. Um, so then, because I've been on like a movie review kick this week, I'm a little bit behind, so I'm catching up. So I watched Final Destination Bloodlines finally, and ironically, Chief, right after I finished watching it, I guess this was Friday, I texted Jason and was like, "Hey," because I knew Jason was up. I knew you were probably asleep. Hey, Final Destination Blood. I was checking my phone and texted me. He said Final Destination Bloodlines is on HBO Max. So we were synced up. And what did you think about the movie?
Again, I'm not saying I'm a sucker for a Final Destination, but I am. Especially when you really take advantage with it, R-rated. This one, everything was bad. I mean, from the jump, it was wow. We're going. Oh, this is a nice in '60s. Oh, we're gonna go with a nice little more idealistic '60s. Okay. Oh, this is horrible. Oh gosh, everything was bad. Like oh gosh. I mean, it really does set the tone for the whole movie. And when I was reading your review on LowsMovieFile.com, I was trying to figure out who the first actress was, and I'm like, who is that? And then it was like, oh yeah, it's Brett from Stargirl. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, cool. But that movie was fun. I mean, one of the guys, the brother, guy piercing, the guy tattoos on. He's from the 100, so I was like, oh okay, got somebody else I actually know and like in these movies, and this is good. So it was very again, ooh. Pass on Final Destination. Hey, if you didn't pass on the Final Destination, do you still actually go behind log trucks? I mean, that's just something I can't do. I watched Final Destination. I saw it. I saw too much. You let that truck go.
And Chief, have you seen it yet?
No.
I know you've had your own Final Destination week, but when your cable's back up and you can go pop in HBO Max, check it out.
Yeah, Jeff, what I saw your rating on this. I had issues with that. But I saw your score was very low for one. I'm like, what? Why did you have issues with the movie?
All right. First, it's in the name. It's Final Destination Bloodlines. So this one, unlike every other one, deals with a family tree. So there's no obnoxious jerk who's going to get killed. It's a family. Like they're the only ones death is trying to take out. And I think to its credit, I think the directors / screenwriters did an awesome job of making these characters well developed and made me feel more engaged with what they were doing than a typical Final Destination. It's like, all right, here's the one character that's got the premonition. They're going to be around to the end. They're their friends, the neighbors, the random people that just so happen to be around them when this huge calamity unfolded. This time, everyone is within this family unit and nobody's a jerk. So I felt really bad about like, oh man, that was terrible. So it's just so weird because you're supposed to actually be invested in people who are getting killed. But I felt like Final Destination, part of its charm is that, there's a nice guy or a girl who gets killed off early on, but typically the nice characters are the one that are around till the end. And then there are all kinds of random people who we don't know if they're good or bad necessarily. We're kind of indifferent to them. There's definitely the jerk's girlfriend, and just whatever. They get killed off, and it's like, that was hilarious. It didn't really feel like that satisfying. It's like, wow, this whole family is getting wiped out. And I think that was like, man, that's terrible. And they were getting killed in the goriest ways possible. This one, they were going off the chart. I mean, the original ones, like the first three, there might have been one when there was like, dude, that was crazy. Like in Final Destination 2, which I won't spoil. I mean, there's a couple in 2, all basically right around that one scene. But man, this joint, every death was the worst possible death that these people could endure. And the main character is watching all of this happen, and it is traumatic. That character should have been in the hospital in the psychiatric ward after watching the first three. This is like
the first one. like, I'm not leaving the house after that first one. That was so. Oh God. Like, there is no going to the funeral and be like, I'm good. I'm good. No. But I always thought the first Final Destination. I'm going to say with the dishwasher, so I don't spoil anything in case anyone has not seen it. But there was watch along, so you guys should have seen it. But the one with the dishwasher was like, oh, come on, that's just me.
You said the dishwasher?
Ms. Lewin?
Oh, well, yeah. So like in those, it felt like Death was maneuvering around in a way where it was clever. This one is like, yeah, y'all know what's about to happen, and it's gonna be so much worse than you think. And there's no real subtlety. It was like the itchy and scratchy show of death, like bam, and then light it on fire, and then throw a nuke bomb on it afterwards. I think they're dead. Let's take a steam truck and just roll over them a few times. It's crazy.
Yeah. I think the most subtle one they actually did was the one they show in the preview. After that, it's just not.
They were so. It was like that's the reason why my score is a little lower. If there were just random characters, I would say this is amazing. But wow, just regular decent people like in the opening sequence. That's more of my jam for Final Destination.
Oh yeah. When someone
right.
gets it, you're like that one. Good job, Dad.
Yeah. Because there was one like yes, that's what I wanted the whole time. It was like, man, it was kind of brutal. And but one other thing, I had to pause because like I need to do a Google search real fast just to see did they create the backgrounds using AI? And I wasn't the only one that asked Google that question because it was like a thing. I was like, because these backgrounds outside look real phony. And whatever they were doing, now there was, I couldn't find any pinpoint. Oh yeah, they use AI, but they were like, yeah, they might have used AI to. It was bogus the answers because they weren't straight up answering my question.
You don't really.
Some of those backgrounds looked real soft and a little too pristine and perfect for me.
I think it was probably due to the fact. I mean, they were trying to, hey, we can keep costs down if you let us do this instead of green screen. Maybe because the opening scene, it's there's never been a thing a structure like that in the US, so we got to try and do something. So you guys are cool with it, right?
That was fine because of how it was set up. I'm just talking about when the main character visits grandma. Like,
when they were really outside.
These mountains look phony. And I've never felt like that when I'm watching just a basic thing. And I thought they went kind of overboard with the CGI for the death scenes too. And like with Teddy, there was no need for a bunch of CGI outside of like, hey, maybe somebody taking a straw and moving the water along. This way, they were like anything they can CGI, they were doing. It's like, I don't know if we need a CGI here.
Because I think Teddy, his was one of those. In a previous Final Destination, that wouldn't have been as graphic. That would have just been, oh man, how did that happen? It was no.
I'm talking about Teddy from the first one. I thought his name was Teddy. Maybe I'm totally blanking. His friend who had the shower, who was taking. That was terrible.
That was terrible. That's always one to go. Oh man,
I'm here.
He's right.
I just didn't see the movie.
Hey,
you got to let the brothers talk.
You want to do a watch along?
No.
Man, he's got to sleep along, man. It's not happening.
I didn't say tonight. So yeah, that was my two issues with Bloodline, which is why it's not my favorite, but I did enjoy it. It was just like, wow, this is awful for this family. And I felt bad for everybody, especially by the time the ending came around. I was like, wow, that was a lot. So that was that one.
Okay.
I watched another movie just yesterday called Guns Up. Chief, if I'm giving you, I'm going to go with 7. I'll go 7. I'm going to give you the ability to cast anybody in your action movie. And let me tweak it just a little bit before you can go. you can't go with the expected normal action heroes. I'm putting this out to everybody in the chat here before I tell you what movie I saw. What 7 stars do you think could conceivably be an action hero or an action star where they may not have typically been considered an action hero?
Oh, okay.
Michael Solis says no semi trucks for him either. Yeah, exactly.
Some action stars that are not necessarily action heroes.
Yeah. So like somebody who you go, you know what? I bet Ashton Kutcher could pull off being an action hero, and not like not like a Keanu Reeves, but yeah, okay, that was convincing enough for this role.
What's the dude from Homelander? The dude who plays Homelander did a series on HBO, and I can't remember what it was. He was a cop, and he came to this small town, and the small town was just corrupt as hell. And what the hell's the name of that series? Banshee. Yep. So look, the chat will know. So I think that the dude who plays Homelander could be an action star. You know who I didn't figure for an action star, but was the action star? The guy who plays Saul, right?
Bob Odenkirk.
The nobody guy.
Yeah, Bob Odenkirk. Okay, exactly. Jim Carrey. Okay, Michael Solis. There you go. Okay. He actually did a pretty good one. No, he wasn't Big Daddy. What was his role in Kick Tail 2? Which I loathed as much as I love the first one. What'd you say? Is it All American, something like that? Yeah. All right.
What age bracket are we talking?
You can't be a teenager. So let's go 35 and up. Since this is proven hard, why don't you give me just 3?
All right. I'm gonna go easy. Rami Malek.
Okay.
Who else?
Is that the dude who played the singing role?
Rami Malek.
King Queen.
He was in. Yeah. You're right. Mm-hmm. And he played Until Dawn. It's one of the great characters there. And he played the Bond villain in my least favorite James Bond film of them all, No Time to Die or Watch This Movie Again.
That's the last one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that John was cut.
Right.
It was
Jesse
great.
Eisenberg.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I saw a movie where he was an action guy. Him and the cheater. Twilight Girl.
Was it Kirsten? Wow. Stewart. Yeah, that's it. Stewart.
So yeah, he was an action hero in that, man. He was some kind of it was almost like a Jason Bourne situation. He didn't know he was
really him? Huh.
Yeah. If I remember the movie correctly, it was him, and he was working at a convenience store, late night register guy. And something happened. They came for him. His mind switched to the other way.
Oh, it's kind of almost like Long Kiss Goodnight.
You saying, is it like that?
Yeah.
It was sort of like that.
Okay.
Long Kiss Goodnight, that was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas Hoult, man, he's done too much action. He was the lead action hero in Nosferatu.
Jeff, you just want to get this.
I did that on purpose too. I did it on purpose. I was like, press the button.
This man's had a hard week. You're gonna strike. Get his blood pressure up.
Artistic vampire movie.
Okay, all right, Chief. Because I finally saw that movie.
That's the button I was pressing. The QJ sub about Nosferatu.
Okay, Jace. Yeah.
Wait, Chief. What were you looking for in that movie? It was a vampire movie. That vampire was terrifying. I mean, this dude is
terrifying.
Yes,
I wanted to be friends with him.
You want to be friends with that maniac? I'm like, oh, like, nah, dude, I don't want to be in your castle any more than I want to. I'm getting the freak out. I'm not selling you crap. I'm out of here. Don't go down that road. I'm going down that road. You are freaking this dude who's just 10 foot tall, just walking around with nobody there. There's no servants. There's nothing, just him. I'm out of here.
He was Dirk Diggler as a vampire. You know what I mean? He couldn't raise up to save his life. I could stop. The sun's coming up, but nah. I'm the Diggler. I'm like, yo, what are you doing, Dirk? Nah, can't get up. Yeah, I ain't leaving. I'm like, yo, yeah, man, that movie was stupid. Right. See, look, the chat agrees. They know I'm right. He's lived for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. And this joint was just, yeah. Oh, that light coming up. Well, this is it for me, guys. I'm not getting up off her. I'm like, and I remember looking over my lady. I was like, I paid $25 for this? And she was like, you sure did. I was like, oh, man. I thought, and then what pissed me off later on is we find out they don't even watch the movie, the Oscar people. So they didn't even see this travesty of a vampire movie.
All right. You were telling me this, like, especially you watched this in the theater, so you didn't hear the soundtrack. I mean, just like the creepiness of this movie did not do anything. Like, all right, I'm unnerved here, and then you get to me. It gets to the place with all the gypsies, and they're like, "Yo, we're out. If you go there, we're leaving. We don't even care."
Nominated for 4 Oscars, Chief.
They don't watch the movies.
They nominated for.
They don't watch. We found out they don't watch the movies.
So okay,
all right. And right now you can watch it on Amazon Prime, straight up streaming.
Yeah, you can. It's garbage.
I mean, all right. Are you so? Is the more of the issue the fact that he just couldn't get out of it at the end?
Bro, there's nothing great about the movie. It just wasn't good. The movie sucked. You guys are
vampire movie, Chief. It's supposed to suck.
You guys are such snobs. I feel like you should be with a cup of tea in your hand, talking to me like this off your fine china. Well, hey there, Chief. As I drink my chamomile tea, I just want to tell you the artistic representation of the movie was just fantastic. Love, bring me some cherries. Deep hit it. You know what I mean? Eat your cherries, deep hit it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. The craziness. Get the cherries in the pits.
MOC Turtle probably got us pretty bad on that last one.
You know what I mean? You know, exactly, man. That joke was, man. You know what I mean? That joke was garbage. You know what I mean? That joke was garbage. Look at these two guys. It was so artistic. The vampire was scary.
All right, especially when you go to a movie, especially a horror movie, to be frightened. When you see this dude randomly jump, when it's time to scare you, he's scaring you. Like, hey, if you were sitting there chilling, trying to get a nap, and you think there's a dude drinking blood from your heart, I'm freaked the hell out. Like, there's no subtlety. This dude's not, hey, let me check the jugular a little bit. This dude's going straight to the source. Hell no, I'm freaked out. This is scary.
All right, let me tell you something. If you want to bite into his arm and get this blood, you can have it. It's old blood now. You know what I mean? I'm trying to tell you, man, there's nothing scary about that joint. If he appeared at the door right now, I'd be like, let me move over, grab that chair over there, and join Lyle's movie files. Because he's not scary. He's not scary. He wasn't scary.
Dude, he's literally hypnotizing you to hey, you're freaking out, paranoid. Hey, you don't even know what's real and what's not.
No, sir. Sir. He hypnotized you. That dude,
all right, Chief. All right, come on. All right. All right. I'm not going to spoil anything, but seriously, I'm trying to think of how not to spoil this. Well,
the movie's been out 18 months. If there's nobody here in the chat going to see it yet, then I feel like that's, I mean, at what point are we not allowed to talk about a movie? 2 years, 3 years in? Can we talk about The Goonies without ruining it for somebody, or E.T.? Like, how long does it have to be a movie out before we can finally talk about what happened in the movie so we don't spoil it to the people who didn't see it in the last 2 years? At some point, we got to talk about a movie on this joint. And that movie there, he didn't get off of her. He didn't care the sun was light because the sun was coming up.
Okay, all right.
You
put it great. You put it a good point. But seriously, when he did to that, like the family, when he actually came into town, this dude was petty. I mean, it's just, hey, I think I'm going to end your whole bloodline right quick. Like, done. I'm over. Like this dude was. I mean,
thank you.
But the original one was what, 1927? The silent movie? Yeah. Okay. I'll give you it was better than the first one. But how good was the first one? And then
technically speaking, that's still considered one of the best horror movies ever.
Have you seen it?
No, it's 1950. I'm not gonna watch it.
Well, exactly. Let me tell you, it's not scary. So there's no scary. This joint was just, like I said, it was garbage. It's the usual. It's the usual stuff that goes on. Did you see it?
Yeah, it's like, really? You just really want to die, huh?
Right. So
Johnny Depp's daughter.
I thought the one with Gary Oldman was scarier.
Dracula?
Yeah. I thought it was scarier than this. With what's the girl that the real pretty girl? Oh man.
I have to look.
Right, yeah, not Johnny Depp. The older, she old now, but the one in Stranger Things, the mom.
Winona Ryder.
Yeah, Winona, yeah. So Winona, man. So that was scarier to me. You know what I mean? This joint here, I mean, at least he got up off of her. He wanted to preserve his life. You know what I mean? I just didn't understand that. I just didn't understand a vampire doing all that work. All that work to get to somebody to be like, yeah, I want to end my life. When you could have let Keanu go and then just traveled faster than him back to the house and did what you needed to do. You didn't have to even torture this. If you were going to live, if you were going to kill yourself, if you wanted suicide, why go through all that trouble? I mean, that's a hell of a trail he left to get to a girl that he was going to spend one night with.
He just needed one more night, Chief.
Bro,
he can't live forever.
He scared the dude at the office where my man worked. He trapped him in the house. He arranged for some gypsies and the wolves and this and that and the inn and yada yada.
All to be like, don't forget that
part. Out to his soul to actually awaken him from his slumber.
Oh no, Gary. He's been wanting Lily since she was a child. That's weird in itself, but I ain't gonna say nothing. So well, I mean, but she wasn't. She wasn't. And that's the thing. She wasn't.
No denial.
And it was. Whoa. Take it easy, Mark A. Gosh, hey, woo. Slow down, bro. Slow down.
Man, that's one of those. I think Omar Epps is like, can we take that off my IMDb? Like,
hey man, listen. Hey man, I'm just saying, man. This it was bad. The movie was bad to me. It was horrible. There's other scarier movies, and this was not it. Yeah, I think I just feel like he did too much for too little. The ending just didn't fit all the stuff you had to go through to get there. And you had to go through a lot to get there. And at times it was just plain boring.
Boring.
It was boring. Yeah. Dracula 2000. Come on, man. That's with
Another watch
Gerard
along. All
Butler.
right, Chief, I got you. Dracula 2000 watch along. Okay.
No. Come on, man. Stop. Uh, you know what I mean? That was with Omar Epps, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that joint was horrible, man.
Oh yeah.
He is Judas Iscariot. I'm like, oh
my gosh. Even Dracula looks.
Oh God. Yeah.
Wait, that was Gerard Butler? Oh. Oh gosh.
In the same episode.
Hey Blake, man, I'm trying to tell you, this the movie. I hated that movie.
Hey, that movie has a 19 score on Rotten Tomato and a 4.9 on IMDb.
Hey, where's it streaming?
It is not streaming anywhere. You can rent it on Amazon Prime.
Oh, Dracula 2000?
Dracula 2000.
Why don't we just all drive out to a cornfield and watch the corn grow?
I mean, hey, I see Christopher Plummer's in the movie. I'm like, okay, this is promise. Omar Epps was in some good stuff. Like, yeah. And then, we're not going any further.
Oh, I can't do it. I feel like I'm wasting so much of my life watching bad movies, man, and I just don't want to do it anymore. Just don't want to do
it.
Yeah. Right. Dracula 2000. That movie was just butt.
All right. So last guess, I will give you a hint.
Okay.
This actor is known more for playing comedic roles.
What?
Omar Epps, man. I mean, I'm sorry. No. What's my name? Michael Epps. Great actor.
Nope.
I mean, this actor from what? I mean, what are we basing that off? Just that was the clue?
No, I'm talking about from this movie that I just watched. This guy was playing
the Shadow
hero. No, not that one. He's played an action hero, but he's known more for his comedic roles.
Oh, I don't know. Kevin Hart, who?
No, I said act.
Who's a comedian that's an actor?
He actually plays a credible action guy due to his size.
That's the Reacher dude.
Nah. He's actually
Reacher was known for his the wedding ringer.
All right, I got you. There you go. Bruce Willis, man. All right. So funny about this movie that I watched, the director did a bunch of stuff with Bruce Willis in his. Oh, I don't care. I think I'm Nicolas Cage. I'll take anything. This is true. He does act the same in all. Yeah, you're right, Michael Solis. I shouldn't have said that. Here is the movie and the action hero star of this movie.
Hey man, bye man. I feel like I came out here and I feel like it should be you know what? Good night, Jeff. Chat, I'm gone, man. I don't know what kind of jive this dude doing tonight.
Okay, Jeff. I mean, let's play next. What generously possessed you to watch a movie with Kevin James in 2025?
James.
The Kevin was right. Exactly. So he's playing the director, in his director's statement saying, "Want to do like a John Wick movie where the guy had a family." And Kevin James can actually pull off action scenes because he's a burly dude. So when he's taking some punches, like, yeah, I could believe that he could take 5 or 6 before going down in a, just in a lump. And I believe that if he starts throwing some punches, he could land some impact because he's a big, burly dude. And going bald has increased his harder edge He doesn't look like the king of Queens. Got a little goatee going, and he can actually sort of. She laughing so hard tonight. Why would you see that over? Oh, but I also saw the Naked Gun. I'm curious if anyone else has seen that one. What's his name? John Wack. To go after the bad guys in the Segway. Sean Wook. So I'm going to say something that's going to shock and surprise you all.
Okay.
To quote Dwayne, it's not half bad. What are you doing now?
I'm not even paying attention to you no more. I'm looking elsewhere. I got some lottery tickets to check.
I didn't. Wow, you really do. You weren't messing around.
See if I'm a millionaire.
He's got the Travolta bald look, exactly, and the Travolta goatee at this point.
Yeah, he's got the Travolta bald look, but he ain't no Travolta.
Have you watched anything with John Travolta?
It's family night.
300 pounds.
All right. It's not like Christina Ricci's really in the stage where she's Kevin James's wife.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Someone needs to do a movie with someone like Patton Oswalt. It's an action hero.
If you can make money off that, dude, you are talented.
You know, this is not a theatrical movie. To my point earlier, this one arrived on streaming platforms. It had a very brief theatrical window, but it's like, you know, this is one of those deals. If you stumbled across it on Amazon, on Netflix, I'll watch it. And it never like makes you go, this is terrible. Why am I watching this movie? And I think they actually do a pretty decent job. The director did make a little problem though, because he wasn't sure if he wanted to make an action comedy or an action movie like John Wick.
But that's kind of I think I've heard that is a problem in Hollywood. They can't do as many action movies because they don't sell, but action comedies kind of can bring them over.
Really?
As I'm watching the trailer for this, it's one of those, if he had not done so many bad mall cop whatever movies, I might take this movie a little more serious.
He definitely, like, so Luis Guzman's in it too, and he's always good. Like, I don't see him in things and I'm like, gosh, this is a terrible movie. Why did I waste my time watching? He's a good supporting cast member. And they have Rusev, you know, WWE, AEW, WWE. He's in it. And one of the bad guys' fellow henchwomen is Lana, his wife. So that was kind of
Oh,
fun.
that's why they were doing movies. They've been Hollywood the whole time. Okay.
Yeah. Dana Carvey is the T12. So what I was saying with this one is it seems preposterous that Kevin James could make for a credible action hero, but he does fine in this one. I wouldn't necessarily say go, hey, buy it and rent it on Amazon Prime right now. You could wait for it. But it's not bad. And certainly not the worst thing I've seen by far this year. Several terrible movies, but this one's solid.
Okay.
Mall cop movies are my favorite genre. You know, I read that when the Patton Oswalt is slowly morphing into Tom Brady, and I was going to agree with both statements. So you're correct. All blart, mall rats, shopping mall. Yeah. All right. So that was that. But now let's get to our main topic of the evening. Is this the one where it looks like he quit being a mall cop and decided to get another job? Sort of, kind of. He's actually a real cop, but he needs a real payoff to pay for stuff. It's and hopefully what you saw in the trailer didn't spoil a really major part of the movie, but
I was watching on mute, so I didn't hear it.
Okay. I definitely did not hate it. And normally with these kind of films, I'm like, you've lost me. Let me start anything else. But this one it kept my attention. It wasn't long either, which was smart.
88 minutes or less.
I mean, well, some movies don't need to be 2 hours. And I think we can all agree on that. Like some of these, they just go ridiculous. And
Hey,
it's like,
I appreciate it. I appreciated Netflix when they had a section that says 90-minute movies. Like, yeah.
Did it really?
Mhm.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that's great. So last week it was all good. It was all good a week ago.
Most certainly
And
was.
Fantastic Four did great at the box office. It did its thing.
Mhm.
And that's funny. They want me to pay for a subscription on something. No, thank you. Um, so it made 118 million. I think that's correct. At the box office. Great opening weekend for now. But second weekend, not so great. It was really, really not great. It had a 66% drop
Mm.
in its second weekend of the box office. And that was surprising because let me just go back on to Rotten Tomatoes right now so I can tell you the exact state of where it stands right now. Because that opening weekend is always more people see it, they start putting the ratings in, it starts going lower and lower. So right now, it's at 86% with freshness with critics and 91% fresh with the audience score, their popcorn meter.
Mm.
And comparatively, Superman is 83% with the critics and 91% with the audience. Now, Superman has done gangbusters for a DC movie at the box office. This is now the highest grossing Superman film in the box office, period, which probably not surprising. It's crossed 500 million. Right now it's at 500, it's at 560. Internationally, 239, domestically, 320. So it's done really well at the box office. And Fantastic Four has not done so well. It has struggled comparatively. So I said Superman's in its third weekend. It's got 320 right now. Fantastic Four, First Steps, and its second weekend is 208 and worldwide 378 million. Not
It's still not
great.
bad.
It's not, which is crazy because before the MCU, this is considered a really, really good box office total. Like, oh, that's not bad at all. Good stuff. Now it's like, oh man, Disney and Marvel Studios, what happened? Where did the magic go? And a lot of people are going, the blame here lies solely with Disney Plus because Marvel had to dilute its product and they put out a lot of stuff that nobody asked for, that nobody wanted to see in the wake of Endgame. And with so little filtering up top, aka Kevin Feige letting a robot drone come up with everything, since then it's kind of been a really uneven experience with the shows making people go, I don't have to go to the movies. Oh, I didn't watch this show. I don't know these characters. And again, I think that's kind of bogus. Everybody was home for a while during COVID where some of these shows were coming out. So it was like, what else are you going to do? Oh, I'll talk to my kids and I had to work on my marriage. No, watch Disney Plus and do that stuff. So now it's like, oh man, Disney Plus ruined it. Now I will say, when you look at Star Wars, the films did a great job of almost killing the Star Wars brand off totally. But then Disney Plus, the shows really kept dragging Star Wars along until, all right, okay, we can make some more live action movies again. Because boy, without the Mandalorian, I don't know where Star Wars would be. And that was Disney Plus. We've had some really good shows from now. We've had Ahsoka and Obi-Wan Kenobi, or is it just Obi-Wan? Either way, that was good. Boba Fett could have been better, but I mean, the Star Wars stuff for Disney Plus has really helped it. We've had more Clone Wars. Bad Batch had their own show. Star Wars Visions, Star Wars Tales of the whatever. Good stuff, but we really haven't got that same kind of love from Marvel, where it just seems like they're throwing so much stuff out there that they're really not following up on. I mean, we've gotten Kamala, gotten Captain America and Bucky, the Hawkeye characters or the Black Widow characters showing up all over. But I'm really wondering, what do you guys think here? Is it a thing where they put out too much stuff that was not, excuse me, they put out too much stuff that no one wanted to see, or after Endgame and after Spider-Man No Way Home, it's been like, cool, I am full on great Marvel stuff. I don't care about these new characters you're trying to introduce, whatever. Chief, what do you think?
Um, I think it was a lot of. I think it was a lot of both. So they put out some movies nobody wanted. Then, like, they didn't come with. I feel like they didn't even come with a B team on a lot of them. Like, there's a rack of the Avengers. Okay, cool. But then afterwards, you had like characters like where's this guy from? Who is this dude? You bring it like somebody just found a comic on the floor at a yard sale or something and was like, oh, I didn't even know this was a character. You know what? Let's make a movie about him. And then they put in a movie about this character that nobody cares about, and then they made the movie bad. And so when you get a few bad movies, people lose interest. People are like, okay, I went, this movie sucked. And then the next movie is, Karate Joe. Karate Joe? Who the hell is this? You know what I mean? But it's the old kung fu from when David Carradine was alive with the slow motion kung fu. You know what I mean? So you're going through a whole 2-hour movie and the Bama moving like this. You know what I mean? And you're like, so now you got a character you don't care about. You got a movie that's garbage. And then you wasted your $50 with your family or whoever. And now they're like, next week, next year, we're gonna do even better. And you're like, all right. So I think Marvel just kept coming and hitting you with, like, I think there should have been better characters. And better characters should have came with better scripts. And better scripts should have came with cameos, some cameos from the original guys, something to bring you in. Mm-hmm. But they didn't do any of that. They got big-headed. They were making $1 billion films, and they thought they could just go down to the water with a crocodile swim and just go in there and take a dip. And when they realized crocodiles, you can't swim with crocs. You can't make crappy movies. Nobody wants that. I mean, that's the Star Wars way. How many people love Star Wars? And now how many people are saying to themselves, those movies were horrible. I mean, we get on them all the time. Palpatine in a boat on a water planet. You know what I mean? We what? What? That was your big reveal? I'm in a boat, an old yacht that hasn't sank.
Come find me.
Come through. Me. And it was just like, what? So the most powerful dude in the universe has nobody around him, nobody protected him, on an old yacht on a water planet. And this is how Marvel presented the stuff to us. Like, yo, this is what we're giving you. Come get it. And we didn't want to taste that anymore. We don't want to taste that. So this is what it is, man. Marvel has got to make a comeback. And so, like I said, Fantastic Four, it was decent. I wouldn't give it a great movie. Did I think it was okay? It was okay. Would I go, if I had a choice between Superman and Fantastic Four to watch again, it'd be Superman all day. Like, I wouldn't. If I was sitting home flipping through channels and Fantastic Four came on, might be the only way I would rewatch it. Superman, I'll probably buy Superman when it comes out on Amazon Prime.
You want the long neck feature on the box?
Huh? Well, I mean, you gotta pay extra to get the whole neck in the shot. So, but like I said, I like Superman more than I did Fantastic Four. And like I said, Fantastic Four was okay for what it was. I mean, And if you compare it to, let's just say you compare Fantastic Four to the other Fantastic Fours, then it was a good movie compared to those, but it wasn't good compared to what we've seen from Marvel at its peak. It was just okay. But it was better than some of the movies that we have been getting from Marvel. So
What up, Henry G?
Henry G, what up? So it is what it is, man. So did y'all discuss Fantastic Four and the spoilers yet, or is everybody keeping it secret because I don't know. We're third week. Are we 3
No.
weeks in yet? Are we a month in?
I mean, if you want to say some more about it, go for it.
No, I was just asking, man. So yeah, it's just gonna be interesting the direction they go in. To be honest with you, so I'm assuming unless they hit us with the the jive again, I'm assuming that they're going to take this movie and we'll see Fantastic Four 2, something with Victor Von Doom or whatever his name is, and then we're gonna move on to I guess somehow some Secret War. But like I said, we'll see how it goes down, man. This is the first in the reboot, right? It's sort of like a reboot of better quality movies. Or is this a Walmart thing? Was $6.99, still $6.99. You know what I mean?
No sale.
The rollback was $6.99, still $6.99.
Now it's $6.89.
You know what I mean? So you let me know, man. That's one of those things where they're like, how much can we sell this product for? Well, I think we'll make a hell of a profit if we sell it for $7. So then they'll put the sign up at 10, slash it, sell it for $7. You know what I mean? Which was the original price all along. That's how they get you. You're right. So we'll see what happens, man. I think they're bringing back the old characters for a reason. We'll see how they do.
Harry G goes, could it just be the MCU reached its peak and now it's coming down back to earth? Back to reality. All right, Jace, you have a lot to. You were getting on set
because there was a couple of things I wanted to.
All right, go for it.
All right, so my first point: Fantastic Four was going to have an uphill battle. It's had roughly, we can say 3 uneven movies that have been majorly released, and people say, I've seen this movie. Why do I need to go see it again? Your diehard Marvel fans and comic book fans are going to give it a chance, but the casual audience, the ones who go see Barbie, Oppenheimer, some of the non-traditional comic book fans, but they watch the MCU because they had to. You probably have lost those. But even if you have a great, I like Fantastic Four. I think the audience who've seen the movie tend to like it and give it a positive review, but you're not going to get those other people in because I've seen these characters. I know this story. I don't need to see it again. That's the first thing.
Okay.
When it comes to Marvel, when it comes to Disney Plus, just the overall, since Endgame, there have been 13 movies released. Out of those 13, really only 4 of them have been successes. And they have tended to have legacy characters in it. You got out of the Endgame from 2023, you had Legacy, Spider-Man, No Way Home, Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, Guardians 3, and Deadpool and Wolverine. None of the new characters have hit. Technically, probably Black Panther might be considered good box office, but that movie sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of those, you lost a lot of people with that movie. That was another, you chose to go this route. I'm done with this because that's what you've chosen to go. I really feel for this character, but you killed off a man. I'm out. and just trying to break some of these new characters. Their B tier, C tier characters have not hit through. And I remember Jeff saying this years to me ago. Iron Man was not an A level character. He became an A level character.
He was an A-level character to people who read it in like the comic books, to Joe and John on the street had no idea who Iron Man was. Outside of anybody who listened to rap. Tony Stark's Iron Man, the mass populace had no idea who he was.
Yeah, but once those movies, he's become a household name. None of the new characters have been able to capture that magic. I mean, and a lot of it is because they're trying to shoehorn 5 other characters in their movie. And Shang-Chi could have been really good, except, we got to bring his family in, and Aquafina has to have just as much screen time as our lead character. Wipes him out completely. And, his sister is now running the 10 rings. Again, dilutes him. Eternals. Let's just move on from there. Thor, Love and Thunder. That movie was crap. Ant-Man, Guardians, crap. The Marvels.
Guardians. You said Guardians.
I said Marvel. I mean, I said Guardians. That's what it was. I said I meant the
Quantumania.
I meant Quantumania. Like, that was garbage. The Marvels did not get what they needed. I mean, there was positive. I liked the movie, but I think you had some people just, I'm over this. I didn't like her character. I'm out.
All right, hold on. Let me respond to Jamelin. So Jamelin, I like Wakanda Forever. I think the lone issue that I have with it is, so right now on Rotten Tomatoes, 84% fresh. I'm one of those, and 93% fresh for the audience. My only thing, and I said that before I saw the movie, was Black Panther, the first film, and Chadwick Boseman's role in the MCU was being carved out to make him an important part, Black Panther, to make him an important part of the future of the MCU. And I think taking his character out of the MCU in total was a understandable reaction to his tragic, untimely death. But we see with Thunderbolt Ross that they realize, why do we need to take a character out because the actor died? We'll just recast. And I think a Namor versus T'Challa movie would have been even better. And I still rated the movie high. It's just one where it's not not the movie I wanted. But I still rated the movie high. I think it's a well done movie. The Namor, the Atlanteans fight against Wakandans. Good stuff. It's just, man, how much more could they have used that as a springboard for phase 4 and 5 if T'Challa is in there leading, because he was being set up as a leader. He's the dude that has his country or his palace, his whole royal estate as the battleground on Earth against Thanos and his crew. I mean, he's a straight up leader of this whole thing. And Shuri is going to have to go through a whole rebuilding process. So it's basically like getting 2 Black Panther origin films. All right, not 2. The first one with Black Panther's 4th appearance in MCU. So yeah, I mean, I like the movie. It's just because of how heavy it is, the emotional toll, it's just not the same as some of these other ones.
Could you think of how many movies you could have had T'Challa springboarding? I mean, T'Challa is in Ironheart. That's the easy one. You have him in there. People go and watch the series on Disney Plus because they're connecting back to what they remember.
Hold on real fast. Okay. I think in Ironheart, Shuri could have played a real major role in it because Shuri is now Black Panther. She can't be the mentor to Riri like she really could have been. By the way, I finished it. Yay me. And I feel like because Black Panther shouldn't necessarily be hanging out with a teenager, but Shuri could because she's not Black Panther in this world where Black Panther got recast. But she could have been the Tony Stark character hanging out with Riri in her show like she showed up in Wakanda Forever.
She springboards that people. I mean, I think people finished the series, enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but just having so many missteps is the shine wore off. People are okay not seeing every Marvel movie that they have to. There's no reason to go see in theaters. It will be in, like I think someone said in chat, it will be in Disney Plus in 90 days. I do not have to rush to get to a Marvel movie if I really want to enjoy these movies. I watch it in my house. I'm good.
I mean, shoot, we had, and I will stand on any and everything about it. We had an Academy Award winning performance from Angela Bassett in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. She got jobbed, and that is the one thing I'll say it sucked about Wakanda Forever, that she got cheated because she's well, yeah.
Like, dude, I mean, even Angela was in. I mean, she was in the award show. Like, what? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, come on.
She won every award leading up to the Oscars. That's when I decided I don't need to watch this anymore, and I haven't watched another Oscars since then because I've been on long form.
And I still maintain, if you guys knew the Oscar voters were not watching these movies, that should have changed right after Avengers. It should have never taken that long after, because they've jobbed way too many great performers in these movies just because, we don't watch that kind of movie. I mean, I say it sucked. It's not the movie sucked. It's what it means to the overall Marvel story. It's that killed all your momentum of a Black Panther, because at this point in the story, we would be ready to see a Black Panther 3 because we've seen all the other main superheroes have at least 3 movies. I mean, Thor should have never had a 4th, but for the most part, we expected a really good final movie, something, because of how Wakanda Forever, it killed it. I mean, so that's why it sucks to me.
So this is something I thought was interesting. Henry G voiced it here. The need to run to the theater isn't there like it was before COVID. An MCU new release was a true event. But I would argue that's not entirely true. As a matter of fact,
I mean, sorry.
I hate that phrase, but if you look at the numbers, they're still a big event type deal. So let's look at the top grossing films since 2012, because this will show you that there's still event films. The highest grossing film in 2012 was Avengers. 2013, Iron Man 3. These are all domestic. In 2014, Guardians of the Galaxy. Then there's a little gap until 2018, Black Panther. 2019, Avengers Endgame. And important to note that Infinity War also came out in 2018, so that was number 2. And then, of course, COVID. But then 2021, the highest grossing movie during the pandemic, Spider-Man No Way Home. That movie went on to make $1 billion. So people were like, okay, about the pandemic, we're going to movie see this. And then we have a long lull where this Top Gun Maverick is 2022, and Deadpool and Wolverine would have, except for the crate. Actually, what was this one? Oh, Across the Spider-Verse was number 3. Guardians of the Galaxy was number 4. Quantumania was number 8, despite that movie actually not being that great. Inside Out was the sequel to one of their most popular films, but otherwise, Deadpool and Wolverine would have been number 2, and they're only separated by less than 20 million. So it's not so much that people aren't seeing Marvel films as event films. It's they're not making the kind of movies that people want to go to see at the theaters anymore. We're seeing more video games like Mario Brothers, like Barbie and Minecraft becoming, and of course, the reliable stuff from Disney Pixar. But the magic is still there. I think they've just put out so much stuff. Like, I think Lawson said this. Yes. When you put out a ton of stuff, and the majority of it is just okay. That's not great for people's expectations and interest for your future projects. In the Infinity Saga, I think we can all pretty much agree the worst 2 films were Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World. But everything else was really good or great. And that was a crazy track record of like 20 plus films where it's like, these 2 are not up to the standard of the rest. but everything else is great. And that
And
fall off was just going to happen. Go ahead, Chief.
the best part about it, though, even when you didn't get a great movie, the other one was right around the corner. That was going to be good. So you never had to wait for the next one, even if one wasn't great. Iron Man 3 sucked, but then something else was right around the corner after Iron Man 3. So you didn't have to wait and stew in the juices of a bad movie. Because you were like, oh, that movie sucked. But then before you could, really get pissed off about it, they'd be like, oh, well, such and such is coming out in 4 more months. You're like, oh. You know what I mean?
It was wild because it was the one time I'm looking, they didn't have anything else. To your point, they did not have anything else in 2013. It was Iron Man 3, and we're betting on this. And it won. They had the Hunger Games sequel, Despicable Me 2, Man of Steel, Monsters U, Frozen, Gravity, Fast and Furious 6. Oh, I'm sorry. There was Thor: The Dark World. That's way down to number 11. That didn't make the top 10.
I was going to say, I mean, he is, kind of MCU fans might think Iron Man 3 sucked. But I think a lot of people probably liked the movie. They didn't care about the twist. They they saw Iron Man in his suit at the end. They were happy. I think it's they didn't care about a Mandarin twist. Oh, okay, wow.
The Twilight twist.
Yeah.
So this didn't really happen? Nah, it didn't really happen.
Yeah.
Mandarin was some old drunk dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that twist sucked. Hey, Jamelin says, I really liked Ironheart as a character in the comics. I tried to like the show. I just didn't care. I can't really say why. I felt like it was my duty to watch it, but then I decided, nah, I do what I want.
All right, Jamelin, what episode did you make that decision? I think that's the 4 is the same with Agatha all along. I think 4 is kind of 3 and Agatha is where I almost wanted to just throw the TV. 4 was like, okay, maybe there's something here. And then I got to the end. It was like, okay, I see where you're going. I think the biggest my third thing that's really pissing people off, Disney Plus shows aren't paying off. They're just throwing people in a vacuum and never, as much as they say, oh, you had to watch Disney Plus to see this character. But because there's no reason, oh, I saw the end of Agatha. There's no mention of what happens in that, and 5 movies later, and every MC before Endgame always connected. Hey, here's what's next. Here's why you should go back and watch this if you didn't watch this. Now, just being this thing happened. I mean, Shang-Chi. The only thing you saw was Wong from. It was from Doctor Strange. He's now Sorcerer Supreme. Yay. But did you see? We haven't seen anything about the end of Multiverse of Madness. That hasn't been paid off at all. And how many years has that been since that movie? All of the stuff is it's very standalone. And as much as people complain, I don't want to do homework, I think that's what really drew people to MCU because it forced them to do the homework. I don't like to, but I'm going to watch this. Now it's, that didn't connect to this, to that. I'm good. I don't need to watch this anymore.
David Thanos is responding basically to your point, but this is the big argument of the Disney Plus. And this is where Kevin Feige taking that vacation, I don't care what he says, when he took a long break and said, you guys got it. No problem. Point blank, Infinity War and Endgame spoiled us. And I would argue that's not true. Those 2 films were the culmination of everything they started with Iron Man. And what you were saying, every film, there's some connective thread. It's like you're knitting that takes you to Infinity War and Endgame because all the payoff and all that stuff with Endgame is like, wow, there's a reference to this scene in Iron Man 2. And this is from Civil War. So if you went into Endgame not having watched any of those films, you would not care. And it wouldn't have the same like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Cap and Peggy dancing. There's so much tied to that where you just don't understand if you've never watched the rest of the films. And that's why when they said we're going to do Disney Plus, I was like, this is great because now they've got a whole new avenue to keep building up these stories. And it chose characters that didn't really make the most sense for a spotlight of a TV series. What they really probably, in full hindsight, should have done, just make movies. Just do movies on Disney Plus. And that way Scarlett Johansson's not mad because there are other movies that are debuting on Disney
Again,
Plus.
Werewolf by Night was a movie for Disney Plus. It
Well,
works.
that no, because it wasn't that long. They could have made that a full length movie, and that'd have been great.
Yeah.
Because they had to rush through everything. But like, let's boil down Falcon and Winter Soldier to a 2.5 hour movie. Same deal, WandaVision, Miss Marvel, because a lot of those shows are like filler, fluffy episodes where, okay, if you had to make it a movie, okay, we don't need these 4 episodes or these 3 episodes. We can just focus on what matters because a lot of it is, hey, let's focus on this supporting character that you're not really going to care about afterwards. They're not going to make the transition to the movies, and we'll just go nuts here with these characters. And I think if they just done that, like a Hawkeye movie instead of a 6 episode deal, because that's where the real dilution was playing out. It wasn't that they were just choosing characters that maybe they weren't going to do anything with after. It was we're being made to care about these characters in the same amount of time that Captain America's 3 movies played out. It's like, I don't care about these characters. We don't have anything as cool as what's going on in the first Avenger or the Winter Soldier, or definitely not Civil War. But if you look at it, that's the same amount of time frame as most of these shows. You can't ask people to make that kind of investment in a Moon Knight and go, yeah, I want to see more Moon Knight, because it's just, it doesn't work. It's not fair to those characters because they don't have plans for them. And we kind of got the feeling that these are the C-list characters, because it's like, here's a 6 episode series as opposed to a movie. There was movies on Disney Plus. It would have felt like something. It would have felt like an event. Like Henry G was saying, oh man, they got a new movie dropping. And they would put most of this stuff out like, on a week to week basis. And then it's like, well, here's the first half and here's the second half. I don't know. I just feel like that was where they kind of messed the whole brand up, putting these long form, long drawn out series and not making them events. Where are you subscribed to Disney Plus? Because if you're not, you're missing out on the new movie, the new MCU premiere of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And then they did a film like Eternals where it doesn't tie into much of anything. Where were you during the Thanos fight? Chilling, watching from the sidelines.
That right there kills your whole credibility. Oh, we mentioned Superman and we didn't care. Okay, then why should I care about you guys? I mean, I really think the definite Fahey break definitely hurt things because it was
What did you say?
Fahey break. There is no way he didn't. It's I am drinking champagne on a yacht. I mean, as much as I hate She-Hulk, when they actually said the dude was literally on a vacation on a yacht, I'm like, yes, because otherwise, there's no way I'm spending $200 million on this. You hurt every bad property.
Well, that was Norris's favorite show.
Norris says he's a lie. It's just you could have done so much better. I understand. Hey, Disney told you put content, but you should have put content. Hey, is this going somewhere? I mean, is this character? I want to see this character in 3 more shows. I mean, Echo did. We haven't seen it. I mean, if Echo didn't happen, you don't need to know anything because even the baddest tail thing that happened in the whole show has been just it happened. Don't care about it. It's wiped away. We're on to Daredevil season 2, Born Again, and no one cares. It was a thing. They just have to if Marvel wants to do it, they have to say we have to connect things. We have to use Disney Plus, but standalone things. But it has to connect. If they keep doing this crap they're doing, it'll never work.
Secret Invasion connected to a lot of things.
Jeff, how many Marvel properties are that are on Disney Plus that you're never going to watch again? I mean,
that's number 1.
I mean, that is one.
That's what ABC is.
Again.
What's the fight between her and Daredevil? fight was sweet.
Yes, but
Episode 2 for Jamlin
you
on
know, do I need
Ironheart.
6 episodes to get there?
I
Nope.
mean, that was the second episode. MOC Turtle watched 2 episodes of Ironheart. You know, see, I think the first 2 are like the weakest ones of the whole thing because they do some pretty interesting things with Ironheart, but it's at the back end. And I think, unfortunately for them, they didn't have a strong. I think they really messed up was after Wakanda Forever. She's basically set up as a superhero, and then we had to start all over again, which is the worst thing they could have done with her character.
Did they do 2 episodes of Ironheart and then drop week to week?
3 at a time.
Yeah,
So
because I
they
mean,
did 2 weeks.
I think they actually recognized that first 2 weren't great. Like I think they noticed, oh well, this ones aren't strong enough to last on their own week to week. We'll lose too much. So we'll put them out. We'll put out the third one, and hopefully that one gets us to the next one. They got to figure out, I mean, how not to do it. Just make some good stuff. It'll be fun.
Jamie, I don't agree with Thanos, David, to be exact. I'm about to say I was going to get you a Thanos' right shirt, but they just should have let that breathe after Endgame. I feel like they could have because of COVID, but I think they needed a better plan. And
that's where I was going to go.
They had the Infinity Saga leading to Thanos. So it was like they kind of retroactively said, oh yeah, all this stuff in phase in this early part, this is leading to the Infinity Saga and the Infinity Stones, where we don't really get that until we see Thanos like, oh shoot, the Infinity Stones. And then they keep doubling down on that. I think one of their biggest mistakes was the multiverse. Like, why would you do this? They needed to commit right from the jump with that. The Eternals are on a different world. Okay, great. We don't have to explain what happened with Thanos. They're somewhere else. Every film needed something else. And we could have introduced Kang a lot earlier, made him a true menace. Maybe everyone fights Kang. Maybe the Eternals fight Kang, not one of their own. Okay. Jeff, and we just keep going from there.
But I mean, think about it. Loki season 2 sets up Kang. Each Kang is a bad guy, or just mention of him, just dropping. I mean, because what really worked after. Oh, you're talking. First, it was about Avengers, forming the Avengers. Then it was going against Thanos. As soon as you knew, hey, we have decided we're doing multiverse. Okay, how do we get to? I mean, Spider-Man, No Way Home, perfect version of the multiverse. Doctor Strange, we've got worlds galore in this thing. Perfect. All right. Thor, Love and Thunder. How does this tie into the multiverse? It doesn't. It doesn't work then. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Doesn't touch the multiverse. Doesn't work. Guardians is much. I love that movie. Shouldn't have happened because it doesn't touch the multiverse. Every Marvel movie touched the big property. I mean, Kang is a bad guy. Would have worked. I mean, this is before Jonathan Major stuff. It would have worked perfectly if you had just committed to it. There should have been, every movie has a tie-in to the TVA or Kang. I mean, hell, Deadpool and Wolverine commits to the multiverse. Why the hell didn't any of these other movies do that?
I think one thing they really could have done is just have Doctor Strange end up in a different world and not realize it till Black Panther calls him up and it's T'Challa. And then we just spend however long we need to with Doctor Strange traveling to all these different worlds. He's your gateway, literally, to the multiverse. And that's before after Spider-Man No Way Home.
Let me look at the numbers. It's after No Way Home.
So, yeah, you just we've gotten the creation of the multiverse. We've got Spider-Man showing up. And then Doctor Strange is lost in the multiverse. I don't know how to get back. I'm teaming with all these different. And then he runs into a Black Panther who's Shuri. What happened to T'Challa? Oh, he died. What? Oh, no, that's my brother in my Earth. Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, just there are different ways they're going to make the multiverse work.
Into the Marvels is once again one of those, oh, you tease it, but are you going to pay it off?
Chief, how about this question Michael Solis is asking? How about cartoons? When was the last Marvel cartoon for children were made? My children dragged me out to see Minecraft or How to Train Your Dragon. What is the average age of a Marvel fan? 25 to 30? Should be 10 to 15.
Um, I don't know. I think Marvel fans are mostly probably our age. I mean, we're I think we're the golden age of Marvel, right? So I think us as adults would be bringing, either if we had little children or grandchildren, into the Marvel universe. Um, but I don't know if I don't know if sometimes I feel like children don't know about these things till we introduce them. Because even when I go to the comic book store, I don't see little kids in there. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of grown men in there. I don't see like little. I rarely see little youngins walking through at the comic book store. So I think that we as adults watch these movies and then we introduce our kids, our grandkids, whatever, and then they get into them. Sort of like
Football
you
teams.
know,
Look, think about how Star Wars does. They have a kids show of just random Star Wars kids.
I don't know. I don't. So I couldn't tell you because I don't have kids who, I mean,
They have a Disney. Let's say they have a Disney Plus show that is geared towards little kids. I mean,
how's your son like it?
Didn't Skeleton Crew was geared towards kids.
And your son watches it?
Kids.
I'm just asking.
I'm just saying.
I mean, you're saying, but I'm just saying, how's your son enjoy it?
I don't know. I ain't got no kids. That claim shit.
Jeff, how's your son enjoy it?
I've never claimed to have kids. Why do you think I record action figures?
Yeah.
Not money. You don't see a money vacuum running around here, do you?
And then I'm just saying, I don't know what kids enjoy. Like I said, you introduce stuff with kids, but I don't know what kids are watching. I mean, to me, kids ain't watching nothing. They watch anime. They watch, you know what I mean? They're not watching.
That's kind of going like if you put a animated TV show, that was our gateway into a lot of these things. They're not getting that next pipeline of kids.
Yeah, it's different, man. They're not watching the same shows we were watching, and then, like I said, you got to introduce them. Like, I remember introducing like my granddaughter tried to really to Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, yo, sit down, and watch this with me. And then she got into Harry Potter, and then we got to get her wands and stuff like that. And I bought her all the books for Harry Potter. You know what I mean? I think you have to, as an adult, watch some of these movies with kids and then get them when they're hooked. Gotcha. And then, it's there from there. But I don't know if kids are normally really watching, because I remember we used to watch Demon Slayer with Tenjiro. And so, we watched it as an anime, we watched it together, you know what I mean? That type thing. And then once the kid is starting to watch it, then you kind of, but I don't know if they just necessarily be like, oh, the Hulk, or the Hulk was big when we were little. You know what I mean? It used to come on TV, Lou Ferrigno, the messed up wig. These are the things that we used to watch when we were younger.
Hair.
Spider-Man used to be on the Electric Company. We couldn't wait for him to show up. Starfire, or whatever her name is, Iceman and the Spider Friends. I mean, we had all these shows when we were young that we watched. So when they started making like Marvel shows, we came in. Listen, I don't got no kids either, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying that, I don't know.
It doesn't matter, Chief. You're fired after this episode. You can just talk.
That's all right, man. The pay wasn't that great anyway. So I'm okay with
Wait,
that.
you getting paid for this?
Right. You talking about I can go to sleep on Wednesdays? Oh no. Please keep me. See, Snake Eyes loves Demon Slayer. You know what I mean? And the last movie's coming out. So I think it's coming to theaters too. So that's gonna be what's up.
David Thanos said, you guys know, I would never say that. I was saying that the reason Infinity War and Endgame are some of the best movies I've ever seen is because they're built off of a great foundation. So the payoff to them is awesome. Now, I think anyone going into Endgame, not having watched anything before it, might like it to some degree, but it would be like reading comic books and your first one was Crisis. You might think it's good, but you wouldn't appreciate how great it is, not having read anything that led to the destruction of the DC universe. But I think those two are, like I said, some of my favorite movies, period. No need to qualify it as best Marvel movie, just my favorite movies. And but that a lot of that is like, oh man, Cap and Iron Man aren't on the same page because of what happened in Civil War. If they were together, maybe they could have stopped Thanos before he snapped. And just there's so many threads and layers that are connected because of everything that builds up to them, which makes them so great. And it's like rewatching the prequels and the Clone Wars and then going to Return of the Jedi. Oh, you don't even know, Luke. Oh, this is coming down. You don't even have any idea, but I do because of the prequels now. But yeah, no, those are awesome movies. Favorites in my collection. Let's see. Thank you. King Collector, Super Friends, still one of my favorite shows. Super Friends is awesome, but I have a question for you. You talking challenges of Super Friends where they're just fighting Legion of Doom, or the not say bogus ones, but the ones that aren't so great with the Wonder Twins, and then the bogus ones with Marvin, Wendy, and Wonder Dog.
I just want you to know he said Spider Friends.
Oops, he did say that. Thank you. I went all over with that. Yeah, well, Spider Friends is amazing. Yeah. But I didn't like the accent for Wolverine, by the way. I disagree with holding everything to the standard of the finale to a 2-year saga. I think most people expect another build-up. Yeah, that's tough. Because, I mean, it's like, that's not fair. Those movies are absolutely the culmination of things. I think see what worked before. And this is what I was getting on DC. I'm like, you got the blueprint. Marvel wrote the blueprint. And they decided we're going to do something totally different. And I think that's why their films are not being event films where everyone is excited and going to see them, because some of that was, how's this movie going to connect to another one? Now it's like we get an Easter egg and it's like, okay, well, we'll see where it goes. But it really feels like everything's building to these two Avenger films that don't have nearly the same kind of buildup as Infinity War or Endgame.
I mean, hopefully they just try and bring some of the stuff that we had not talked about. I mean, some of these loose shoestrings that have finally need to get picked up. Now, I just think of how at the end of Return of the Kings, that was a book getting closed. You are very much, we've invested in this series and now it's closed, and you can open up another book to get to the Hobbit and some of the other ones. That's what Marvel needed. They needed, we have closed that book, and now here's where yes, you can keep Spider-Man and some of the older characters, but we're admitting we are opening up a new book and go. Who is going to be our lead person in this new chapter? Is it going to be Spider-Man? Is it going to be Doctor Strange? And in a better world, it would have probably been T'Challa. That was the way to go. And when they fumbled that, they've lost a lot.
I think with Guardians, they found the right filmmaker to make those characters work for the big screen. I think in the hands of maybe say the Russo brothers, we would have gotten a comic book translation similar to how they were introduced and put together in Annihilation in the Abnett and Lanning run, where that would have been really fun to see them do that. Yeah, because that could have been really cool too. But I think Gunn he kind of opened the door for quirky characters to work in MCU, and they work great. But I think if they went with the more traditional comic book approach, those same characters would have worked just as well. And people, oh man, the Guardians are awesome. I think they've gone too far away from what those core characters are, thinking the Guardians model could work. It's like, yeah, I think doing Young Avengers was a poor decision because it's like, hey, who's ready for new Coke? No one. Give us the old Coke. We want more adventures of these guys we watched for 10 years, not the younger, because it felt like a sitcom. What are we doing? We don't need the kids here. No, thank you.
It was Defenders of the Earth.
Defenders, exactly. That's the best example for that. I just want to watch Lothar, Mandrake, Phantom, and Flash Gordon. These kids, get them out of here. Every scene. There's a reason I don't have them in the back. NECA didn't make them, but I'm not asking for them either.
I think they did. There was a reason they're like, if this show, the reason the show failed was because of kids. Okay. It was not a kid.
They should have had a few moves in the aftermath of Endgame and slowly build toward a new villain. Not shout Kang time. Or did they? I mean, it felt like they took a long time to get to Kang in the first place.
No,
but
no. Remember, Kang came out Loki season 2. I mean, it's not in the time. I mean, in the movie, but at least Loki season 2. Wait, no. In this Loki season 1,
he's not even referenced by name then.
But that is for comic book folks. That's when this is Kang. You guys are mentioning Kang. We are invested in Kang. Oh, all
right. Let's ask
Let's
ask the closet comic book fan. Hey, Chief, what do you remember about Loki season 1's finale and how they built to Kang? Do you remember that?
No, I do not.
Exactly.
But hold on. In my defense and Jason's defense, I did not watch Loki.
You said he defended. You said he didn't finish watching Loki?
I never watched any of Loki. I never wanted to watch it.
Huh. And that's another problem because Chief was watching all these movies. He didn't care to watch Loki. COVID was going on. He's like, nah, I'm still good. But also they did not have Avenger level films going on throughout most of this phase. The closest was Spider-Man No Way Home. And I mean, maybe you want to say Deadpool and Wolverine, but not really. So we had the first Avengers tied the bow on the first 5 films. We had Avengers 2. We had Civil War. And we had Infinity War at Endgame. So there were like mini events leading to the bigger events. And I think not having that hurt them in terms of the build up to Secret Wars and Doomsday. Till 2019, the animated comic shows flooded TV, either DC or Marvel, but there was always something superhero for kids. Blake, imagine DC did 10 movies that culminated in a 2-part Crisis on Infinite Worlds movie. Ha! What if you gave them 3 movies?
Shut up, Jeff.
I will always gripe about that.
Gosh, that movie. I'm sorry. I think those 3 animated movies were one of the biggest disappointments of me watching movies.
All right, thank you, King Collector. I like Super Friends too. I got those on DVD too. Pretty much everything we grew up on. I have it on DVD, Factory, or Bootleg. I have a complete series. I don't know what you're talking about with Bootleg. Everything's readily available for you. This is also true, Michael Solis. There's a lot of kind of unnecessary cussing in these movies as of late. And as Chief pointed out, Jason and I don't have kids, but I'm always like, oh man, that seems like a lot of unnecessary cursing just to do it here.
There's even that one curse in the Fantastic Four was like, why? Like, is that really the best thing to do? Like to say?
Wow. It's Terry Hatcher. Auntie Lois. New Coke is a good analogy and also brings back horrible memories and horrible taste. Maybe I just felt like it. I got dizzy from phases. I can't take away the end game in a lot of movies before it, and some shows are really good. Disney brought those to me. Hats off. King Collector Chief. Yeah, I never watched Loki either. He's just not the Loki I grew up on. He seemed too weak.
I didn't have any interest in watching Loki. I don't know what it was about.
It was a different show, and it's just not the same Loki from the first 2 films. He became a problem for Marvel with their storytelling because he was dangerously close to being Magneto in the MCU, but they were able to keep him from. We got to have him in everything involving Thor. And then, of course, the one Thor movie with no Loki whatsoever is the worst one. All right. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say their biggest fear of Thor was
Black Planet. Oh,
he can't hold the movie by himself. It was you need to have somebody to play off Thor because Thor is boring, quote unquote. That was their biggest fear. And Loki got around that. Oh, he can be the comic relief. Oh, he's just technically as powerful, but we can bounce a lot of things off Loki and it'll work that way.
all I'm saying is you throw Thor into the Quantumania world and no comedy, that's a good movie. You killed some of my fellow Avengers? Oh yeah, you're the one with the hammer. What? Have at thee. Oh man. And you can buy Thor beating Kang and then going, oh man, did I not beat this dude? Okay. You didn't really think you defeated me, the conqueror. I was just testing your mettle. Go back to your planet.
Go back to your reality, because I'm in a multiverse. I just needed to test this reality's Thor.
I needed to test this reality's strongest hero. You're not enough. Anyway, all right, it's that time of the week, guys. 10:01. So I hope you've got some great nominees. There are so many to choose from. I feel like I might get one that Chief would call because this is normally what he does. But let's see. Jace, we spun the wheel. We made a deal. You're going first. What do you got for us?
Spin the wheel, make the deal. Spin the wheel. Okay. Oh, sorry. There's a couple, but I'm gonna go with one. Right. I don't. Hollywood.
You do the second one first. Fast.
Hollywood thinks they need to make a movie out of everything, but they don't. The rumor is Hollywood is thinking about making a movie on Luigi Mangione. Unfortunately, he's the person who killed the healthcare CEO.
Oh boy!
And for some reason, Hollywood think it's a bubbling that they're going to make a movie on this guy. It's this dude's an actual murderer. I mean, I understand you got reason to think, this guy's a hero. It's like, this is not an anti-hero, guys. This is kind of the bad guy. He's a bad dude. Like, you can't make movies glorifying bad actions.
Maurice is helping a lawyer, allegedly.
Okay. I'm not a criminal defense attorney for a reason. Okay. But you can't do this. You have to use some common sense. What is good? What is bad taste? Maybe if you wanted to do this in 30 years when not everybody remembers the story, it's not fresh. Maybe. But right now, horrible taste. Don't do it. But for them to be talking about it, they are my dummy of the week.
Hold on, because I have to check something. I am using a break blocker. Okay.
You know yours.
Yeah, absolutely need one because y'all don't deserve it. Ah, boy. That is unfortunate. Really, truly. It's not just outrageous. It is, oh gosh. Okay. Let's see. MLC Turtle. My dummy of the week is the voters who did not nominate Diego and Genevieve for Andor. Fools. Yeah, that's all I'll say. Just keep it rolling. All right. Did you want to go with your other one, or can you say it fast?
No, you're
all right. One. Here's mine. All right. I didn't click on the story because I don't need to. The headline says it all. Millionaire Texas Ranger fatally struck by buffalo he was stalking during South African big game hunt. Quality, classic stuff. Sometimes you get the buffalo, sometimes the bison trample you. Wow. That is solid stuff there. He's like, got it all cocked, ready to go. Hey, son, do you hear that? Come on, man. That is quality.
That's that Jurassic Park when he had that the gun on the velociraptor, and the one was in the bushes looking at him. Smart girl.
I'm like, dude. And the ironic thing is his millions is being donated to the Buffalo Preservation League. Jokes.
Clever girl. Okay, clever girl.
Not.
The chat knows, man.
The chat's always got our back.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Chief, what do you got?
I don't think this was last week's, man. I think last week's was Benzino. This week is another person. Bring him on down. Ari Spears. Let me tell you something, man. I have not known a greater hater than Ari Spears. So he don't like Ice Cube. He don't like Ice Cube as a rapper. He doesn't like Ice Cube as an actor, right? So I can honestly say, for a lot of people, older people, not youngins, older people, Ice Cube is probably in their top 10, top 15 rappers, right?
Fair.
Okay.
Absolutely fair.
Mm-hmm.
Where would you rank Ari Spears in your list of comedians? What does he make your top 5? Does he make your top 10? Does he make your top 30?
Can you remind me of any memorable performances?
I don't know. I've never heard him in a stand-up. I know he's from Mad TV, right?
That's all I remember him from.
I don't know how you can hate on Ice Cube. Ice Cube was one of the greatest rappers, MCs that we have.
He stays on you like cholesterol.
All right, Chief.
Man,
have you watched War of the Worlds yet?
The one with Tom Cruise? Yes.
No. There's a new one out on Amazon.
No.
When you said actor, I was wondering if that's where some of the hate came from. Well, I watched that movie on Friday night.
Cube. We wouldn't have Friday without Cube. And Friday is a classic. I don't care what anybody says. It's a classic.
Not getting any argument on that one.
It's a classic, right?
How many comedians were there on that?
Is he
7?
Is he a great actor? I wouldn't say he is. But I don't think Keanu Reeves is a great actor.
Whoa.
It is what it is. But I like Keanu Reeves. Mm-hmm. I don't and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean, Keanu Reeves picks really good movie roles that fit what he does. I think Q fits most of his movie roles to what he does. He's not going to be in a movie crying like Will Smith or in the back of a buggy. You know what I mean? Getting separated by 6 degrees. So,
guys, anybody, that is what you're going to get in that movie.
So, these are the things that
he's like live streaming.
Yes.
These are the things that I don't think Q has shown that he has depth for, and that's fine. But Cube is producing his own movies. He's doing his own thing. His rap is. If you were gonna go to NWA, you would probably say Cube, then Ren, right?
Yes.
I don't know any other order that makes sense.
Right. That is the order. So I don't.
Unless you want to throw Arabian Prince in there.
I mean, are we counting DOC there? I mean,
the DLC was nice, man, but I mean, DLC had the one album. Then he was up in the tree. So
I mean, technically speaking, he was in
I mean that disrespectfully.
In their album.
I mean, factually, he said he was up in a tree, up on the tree branch.
I'm still when they do. He's actually said he wants to put his old voice in AI to actually record some new DLC. I'm like, yeah, sign me up for that.
That's fine. But again,
what did Ari Spears say? I mean, yeah.
He said that Ice Cube was a garbage rapper, a garbage actor, and that he said he doesn't like any of his music, any of his movies. I'm like, how could you not like any of his movies?
Even if you don't, you're going to tell me you don't like Friday.
Right. You don't like Friday. You didn't enjoy Anaconda for what it was. You know what I mean?
Ren is the final frontier, man. I'll hear no MC Ren disrespect here.
Ren
It's
is
underrated.
right up my alley was my song. So
Man,
Ren
so many
is
dope lyrics.
Ren is nice, man. He's the villain in black, right?
Yep.
So
He didn't even curse in that song.
I remember.
Who
so
is
Ari
it?
Spears talks tough, right? But if you ever see that Corey Holcomb joint, where Corey Holcomb got a guy who used to do the podcast with him named Zoe. And Ari Spears was in there like he does, talking real arrogant, real shiesty, real off the cuff. And he was just angering Zoe. And then Zoe took off and stole him. Foul. Ari Spears went down. Bam. Right?
And
So
Spears
for
is
all
down.
that tough talk he gives, he ended up suing Zoe. You get off the floor and you, hello? Yeah, Hammerstein and Hammerstein, I got one for you. It happened live. You know what I mean? And he ended up suing Zoe. And I'm like, bro, you talk all that mess, you talk crazy, and then you sue.
I turned around for a half second. I was like, wow, Chief has a corded phone still?
Right. So these are the things that I don't like about Ari Spears. I think when you judge somebody, you have to be, especially somebody as successful as Cube.
Right.
You have to be somewhere on that level. But you're not. You're not the greatest comic. You're not a good actor. You don't do anything. Matter of fact, when I see you on stage, there's more people walking out of your shows from you insulting them than there are sitting in the seats. And I'm just like, bro, stop the hating, congratulate, and just do you, man. You know what I mean? Just do you. You are the dummy of the week, man. I don't even know how you can speak on Cube when you aren't the greatest at what you do. As a matter of fact, you're not even in the top 100 of what you do.
200?
Yeah. I mean, Ari Spears is on nobody's list. No one's list. There's people out there probably in the chat who've never even heard of Ari Spears. Everybody's heard of Ice Cube.
Dude, you can bet on a collision.
You just
started stepping in decision. Because I'm gone, you think I left you all, but I stay in that thing like cholesterol. Yeah, let me tell you something, man.
I mean, come on.
Come on, man.
I mean, that again, when it was DLC's album was best one album ever.
I still listen. I was listening to Two to the Head the other day when Ice Cube came on that thing with what the hell, Bushwick Bill and Cool G Rap. Two to the Head, man. Cube got his man on that joint.
Steve King Collector came through. He found something Aries that's funny.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay, let's just go with that for a second. How long ago was Mad TV? Everybody's still living off the Asian dude. He's still living off the Mad TV fame.
Who's big off Mad TV?
Just the Asian dude that I remember because I still see him out and about. And it's funny because this dude had a girlfriend who was smoking. And he dumped her. And I'm like, wow, you?
No, not you, dog.
You dumped her? I was like, wow. I guess, I don't know. Maybe he saved his money. Maybe, I don't know. Because whenever I see him, he's just on podcast. I don't know what he does. I don't know. But Ari Spears, man, Ari Spears can I don't know, man. He can go whatever hole he was in for the last few years. All of a sudden, he getting your ass whooped is what brought him to the popularity again. Like that's what made people talk about him again. Nobody was talking about Ari Spears. Yeah, Bobby Lee. Yeah, Bobby Lee. You ever see Bobby Lee's old ex-girlfriend? Nah, I don't know if she cheated. Come on, man. Well, then again, probably, yeah, I can see Bobby Lee getting cheated on. He reminds me of the dude from The Golden Child, picking his boogers. You know what I mean? Father, give me the knife, please. Let him ask again. That dude. That's who Bobby Lee reminds me of, that guy. So we'll see, man. I can see that guy getting cheated on too. You know what I mean? I don't know. But we'll see what happens, man. I don't respect Aries Spears. He's always saying something hated, and then you can't step to him because he's a sewer. And not like a sewer where I'm just saying he will get litigation drummed up against you. But then again, he's also a sewer. He's trash. He's where garbage goes. He's flush. So he's both. He's a sewer and a sewer. So there you go. But yeah, I recommend everybody turn on Aries Spears' greatest comedy hits tonight, man. Enjoy yourself. You're sure to laugh yourself to sleep or cry. So that's what I got, man. Aries Spears, my dummy of the week. Talking about Cube, one of the greatest rappers of our time. What are we doing here?
Yeah, every list. Sweet brother Numsy. Dear brother Numsy.
My brother Numsy has forgiven me. He has forgiven me, everyone. Yeah, I don't know how else he would be, you know. I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't understand, man, the hate. And I don't understand haters anyway, in general, when you should be congratulating the dude and not hating on him. And I feel like as great as Ice Cube is, if you don't got nothing nice to say about him, just don't get your name out of his mouth or whatever. Yeah. Where's Will Smith when you need him?
Making bad movies. All right, Chief, thank you so much for drying everything off and making it to the show. We appreciate you.
Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. Jace, thank you, Bro Shot. MOC Turtle, Blake Tarpley, King Collector, Jamlin Parks, Michael Solis, OC, Ryan Daly, Mark A. Hey, Michael Solis,
Snake Eyes,
Maurice Phillip, Rick Cage. Right.
Lost in Wallace.
Yes.
Lucky Lion.
Harry G. Lefty.
Why keep the box?
Thank you. I think that was the last one I needed. All right. Mark A. See you until next time.
Mark A.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. Of course, tomorrow I'll be back on for another edition of Lost Figure Files. But for now, this episode of Lost Movie Files has been filed.